Hi, in the last video, I was thinking about we can start working on the UI, but as I work on it, try to get the code up, then I realized there's one more thing I need to work on, which is for exploration, I need to know where to explore. So not just battle, because in the battle, I still have more information I need to fill in. So that's what we're going to do today. Let's go. All right, so as you see, let's cover a little bit of what have been changed, right? So this just here is just some housekeeping, and so change it to, if it is not has expiration, then it start. If not, show the start button. If not, show the continue button to make it read a little bit nicer. And then in the continue, I changed this to ask the exploration to get this stage. So the stage is where we are going, where we are going to display. So and then the scene that we're going to is based on the type of the stage, right? So that's what we are going to do. So we have to implement this and add a new stage, and then we create a type battle. Right now we just fake it. And so inside the battle, what happened is, first I need to display some environment, right? And also I need to also generate the enemies. Let's keep it plural or singular. Let's keep it singular for now. Right, so get a enemy, and then that's the two things I will need to work on. Say well, let's just make a slime, the easiest one. So that's what we need. And then there are other informations I need to take care of in the environment, in the enemy, right? Because the enemy, I need to define the HP and what can the enemy do and all that. And then also in the environment, I need to specify what are the additional cards it contains. So it has some cards that can be added to the weapon, to the environment. And also actually, besides that, this would need to be this need to be a class by itself, or well, object by itself, because I also need to inside this battle stage, I need to go through rounds, right? And then I need to record those information also. So you can see there's more into this. So let's work on that. So the new stage, let's first create a stage. I don't want to make it old, but at the same time, I need to create a factory method. Well, or essentially, this can be a factory method that generate this different kind of stage, right? One of the stage is a battle. So with that, well, I already have a battle, but I'm going to change this and create stages and move this battle in there. Right, so this is the battle stage. Let's put it over here. And then one of the thing is I don't think Lua allows me to do this, but let me try. So stage equals to require game stages battle. Let me see if that works. So with that, I really want to test it out. Well, for one, I can create and start the simulator and take a look. I don't think that will work. Oh, it doesn't crash at least. Let's print. I don't really need the content, I just need to know that it loads. Attempt to concatenate type and now value function on event. And 51. Oh, because it was saved. Let me create a save data and then start again. There you go. Let's see what I get over here. I only get the copy. Oh, because this is in the continue. Yeah, here because here I have not changed yet. That is a problem. And also it's because in the new exploration over here, I'm just creating this. Right, so I'm removing this. And then this gets staged and then stage.type. Okay. So let me clear the data. Okay, so the battle stage I do able to load it like that. So that is a good thing. So meaning I can do kind of delay import. Right, so I can randomize this. And let me just type equals to battle type like that. Okay, let me create again and start. Okay, so it still works. So it does work like that, so that's a good thing. Right, so then we can just return local and stage equals to new stage new, and I can pass in this self context to it, and then it's the same thing like what I did in the game. When we create a new exploration, I will create it and then I will save the stage. So, however, there comes one thing. Who should save the exploration? Or so meaning who dictate or who control this information. So one thing is we can say consolidate all of the save and load in the game and keep that responsibility over there, or we can delegate it down to exploration. I feel like I don't want to do it like that. However, in the way that we're using it, we are kind of like, this is a more like an OO, right? We ask the game to create an exploration and then ask the exploration to get stage, right? And so that is something that we need to think about, because if I'm doing it like this, then it's naturally spread the saving of exploration around, and that kind of breaks the design or encapsulation of the exploration class, which I don't want. I want to keep the save and load of data just at the game level, at the highest level as I can put it, but not in the UI. So I really don't like this idea. So since I don't like this idea, I'm going to change the design a little bit. So instead of thinking about because when you write the code like this, you will feel tempted to think it that way. I want to change it back and say the stage will begin let's say instead of new stage, make it as a next stage and put the exploration back in. Okay, so like that I will able to consolidate that. Okay, that's good. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm keep this here for a little bit longer while I'm working on the game class. Okay, so here we have that. We have the low expectation. The world is nothing. I'm not ready for it. Just a placeholder. So next stage. Okay. I already have the exploration in memory. Do I really want to pass it in? Although I'm using that really as a caching mechanism. Yeah, let's keep on doing what I'm doing. Exploration, and then yeah. So and then the stage equals to exploration new stage, and I can pass in some criteria to it if I want, but right now just keep it like that. So that would be the stage, and then the I'm calling it floor. Although the word floor is nicer than a counter or I'm going to change it back to stage level. Something like that, right? Something like that. I'm tempted to call this also next stage and then let it update itself, but this is getting a little bit weird. This is getting a bit weird. Or maybe I just forget it. Let the exploration save the data, update the data also. Because hierarchically I have the game over here, and then down there the smaller part of it below it have this exploration. It could have other things, but this is an exploration. Then it is this exploration to control which stage you are at. It makes sense to be placed because the data inside the exploration should contain all the information that's needed for the game to advance, go to the next area or next stage, and keep going. So that is somewhat self-contained. Of course, another way what I can do is yeah, I can do an event. Right, I can subscribe to some events. Excuse me. I can use events to reverse the dependency, because I really don't want the exploration, although I am passing the context down there, but I don't want it to access the save data, right? In the sense that when we pass it down like this, when we create a new exploration, I could scope out the save data portion and just pass in the game data and the random or other things that we need in the future, so that we can keep the organization clean, right? The architecture clean. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So if that is the case, I don't need this. And so the game, the exploration, the stage, all of them, they interact with themselves using events, while the home will able to do use it as is. I think it was get stage. Yep, it was get stage, and then it just go there, right? So in this case, well, because I'm starting actually over here, I can call it next stage, and assuming there's no stage defined at the beginning, which is okay, I can minimize, quote-unquote, minimize the change or organize the change in a nicer way, because when you finish a battle, you finish a stage, you need to go to the next one anyway, right? So the function next stage makes sense. So and then over here, then I can simplify this and just return now. Don't really care. Return the self stage. Exploration next stage. Let me add that function in there first. Right, and then this will well, this will be really that. Right. Of course, there are more things will be done down the road, and this is just returning the stage. And well, in either way, this also need to change, because we need to change the whole thing into a class and something like that. So yeah, I think we did a lot of damage. The code will crash and and do all kind of things. So now let's take a look at the first part. Let's do this. Create new stage. Is there a new stage function, or I'm just basically this is the next stage, right? That's essentially what I'm doing. So I create a battle. We still need to randomize it, but that's can come later. And then I create a new stage. Again, more information is needed over here. And then self the stage equals to stage, or maybe even just self the stage and return that. Okay. Over here, let me comment it out first. Okay, that's still a lot of code need to be done in this area. So, but the basic looks of this is okay. So if will there be a case there's no stage? I don't expect that to be the case, but things may crash, and so I will do a check if self.stage, then stage equals to self stage serialize, and this will be stage. Okay. All right. Attempt to call a function serialize exactly here, and so I'm going to create a function. And right now just returning nil, nothing. And then I also create a new function and get the context in there, and doing the same thing. So local O equals to context equals context, and then set metadata metatable self and return O. Okay, like that. All right, so with that, of course this will still fail because the data is all messed up. Which test? Read exploration from file. Okay, here. Okay, so this, what do I want is I want at least a type equals to battle. Let's keep it capital so that it will match this. Okay, so I don't care about the rest yet. And then this would be the same thing, equals to battle, and that is getting too long. All right, so now let's fix this, which is the low expo game. In the game, load exploration. So it get that data and then pass that in there with the new. I need to do something over here. I need to replace it. So if o.stage, then o.stage equals to well, actually should I have a factory method for that? Because over here I'm kind of doing this and fake a factory method inside the exploration, but if I want to extract it, yeah, I can keep on putting it over here. So o.stage equals to yeah, that's one thing I feel like I don't feel good about, because this is a instance method and doing a serialize inside that stage, but right now when I'm doing the serialize, I'm doing it at the exploration piece. So I really don't like that. So let's take a look at the overall design. So the quote-unquote deserialize for the exploration is done here. We're passing in the data, right? So well, actually the word serialize and deserialize is not that accurate to begin with, because serialize and deserialize meaning you convert it to a string format and reverse, right? But right now we actually instantiate it and putting it to the savable form, right? But I'm using this word loosely to mean serializing, make it to a serializable, which I did in some of the open source project that I wrote. To make it clean. So actually I am going to make that change to what, to serializable. Let's add that, but add that word. So and then so here make it to serializable. But I still don't like this idea, because I really want to do something like this to keep it organized. And then the problem is I have to pass the data in there, and then I do this deserialization. So if data.stage, then I keep putting the bracket. putting this stage over here. I know this is really nitpicking. Let's play around. Require game stages o.stage.type. Okay, and then stage new context stage, like that. Right, that is the from serializable. It's the same thing. And so with that, I kind of able to make both things as a instant method. Let's keep it that way for now. Let's keep it that way. So the metadata, or say O, essentially. Oh, in this O, I have not saved the context, which I will need to. So let me do it right now. Let me take a look at that. New exploration, self context, and that, yeah, there's no context. In a sense, if that is the case, maybe I can really, you know, for the new, I kind of break the rule a little bit by just doing this. Right, so then I don't need to pass in the context. It becomes just like that. But then over here, I need to do that thing. And this is that is really the whole data. This here I have some special thing, and this is doing, hold on, this is doing a new, and then when we're doing an old, yeah, I have this thing, right? I am loading the data and then passing the data in and do the self context. So I really don't like to mess around with it, although there's a bug over here because the data does not contain card generator. Card generator really is part of the context. So I am going to change it a little bit because the card generator is really a dependency while the player is data. Right, so when I'm serialized, these are data. Right, although over here now I have changed this to stage level. And then get the stage. Yes, here is something that I don't like about OO. So over here in OO I have to do something like this. But if I'm not doing OO, I can forget about the types a little bit. I can do this. right? And forget about all this, right? This looks a lot cleaner. I really like this a lot more. So let's change that to this, and I'll figure this out later on. So keep this context in here, and then o.context equal to context. Keep this over here, and then over here I need to generate some data, so but that's okay. So changing it like that will make the code cleaner. This right now I can still pass it in. And then here, yeah, here it will be exploration dot to serialize and pass this guy in there. All right, so then let's see how it goes. I believe there will be a bunch of error. Yep. So serializable or serializable? I think, yeah, that's good. This is good enough. So let's take a look, and then in the exploration to serializable, now this is become E and E. Let's pipe it down. Now value stage, yes. So now with that, because the type is defined over here, and I don't really want to do the same thing like over here like this and do the require and do all that, because as I said, the factory method, I am having a little bit problem of putting the factory method over here, right? Because it's a factory method for the stage. So you can see that, you know, why it is good to separate it. So therefore, I'm going to create a stage class, or a stage module really, and call this stage, and then return stage, and then this will have a function stage with serializable, right? So if not stage, then return new. That's okay. So if not, then stages, let me fire up a little bit, and stage.type, okay, and then no, I'm going ahead of myself. That's not what I want. What I want is return type equals to state.type, just that. Okay, Right now I don't have other things. Well, let me keep this over here because I'll need it. So over here, then we can say stage equals to require game stage. All right. So there's something doesn't match. There's no other failure, so that's good. So I'm expecting that with the type battle, but I did not get it. So let's take a look at why. So this column stage to serializable. So the e.stage, it turns out to be empty. So let's take a look. Yeah, I have this floor. Well, I have this floor, which now it really should be stage level, and then this whole thing is the context, and then that's it. It doesn't have the stage. Let's take a look. How there's more error showing up, and then also this is not printing. Seems like multiple things going wrong over here. First, let me fix this. And then the stage is empty. It's getting this, but why? Oh, the E. Yeah, this I'm receiving no. So which is the problem in this low expectation exploration. So the low exploration get the data, which is what I pass in. With this, that's got to be no error in that, and then this pass into this new. Okay, it's the new is not returning. Battle. No, it is returning. That's strange. Yeah, this is yeah, it's here. It's here. So yeah, it's returning this, but where is the type? Oh, I have replaced it. I should fix this once. I should fix this, but okay, for now let's keep on doing this. So that pass all the test. That's what happened. So let's do some cleanup. Stage, remove this. Okay, so this all passed. The only other thing is there's still this e-printing. Okay, over here. All right. So the test pass again. So now let's take a look to see if the overall code looks better. So we have this, pass the data in. So this is still doing that thing. In a sense, I can make it, really make it a factory method and forget about the new. But for exploration, I'm okay with it at the moment. But I'm not okay with it for the stage. Because the stage right now here is doing this, right? But in this stage, common stage class, I will need to do something specific. Because each stage have different requirement, right? Meaning, say, each stage they can contain different properties. And so when I try to serialize it, each stage will serialize a little bit differently. If you think about, say, in TypeScript, it's called discriminate union, right? So the type is a specific string, and then depends on which type it is, it have different properties associated with that object. So in design, if we think about going down specific and organize that, we can do something like this, try to get the stage and then call that to serializable instead of using a generic one. However, based on the way that we organize the code, we can make it so that we keep every dependency. No, that's not a good idea. What I'm thinking is since we put all the dependency in the context, we can use some generic methods to say table.merge and pick and omit the context and then keep everything else. However, that will seriously limit how each specific stage can organize its data or its class or caching things. But yeah, at the same time, there's always a way to do that. So besides context, I have another object called cache. And so that's where we put all those extra things into, and will be omitted when we serialize. That probably will work. We might run into some issue later on, but that's probably thinking too far a little bit at the moment. So that's what I'm going to do, right? Instead of doing this. So because if you're doing it in OO, so let me explain a little bit. That is a difference when you're thinking about in other paradigm than you just think about in OO. Because if you're thinking about in OO, it's very naturally so that okay, you get a new class, you get the specific class in this case, and then in that class, then you do the serialize for the call the to serializable in that class to handle all the differences, right? That follow the solid principles and all that. But if you think about just data, right, then you can have different solution. It's kind of like having a base class and let the base class take care of the to serializable, or maybe even think about this as the base class. However, it's a really fragile thing, right? It's a very fragile thing. But yeah, in another way, you can also say that okay, just return stage.data, right? Which is the serializable format. You always keep that serializable. It's possible. It's possible. But so it at the end, it depends on how you look at the data and how you look at your design. So the question to myself is, when I'm accessing all those data, do I really want to keep saying e.data.this? And then what if they are instance and I have to serialize and deserialize those and keep the data in an instance in the same, say for example this player, right? Just use that as example. The player can later on be a instance of the player class. Then how do I keep track of data contained within that player class versus the data I keep it inside the stage.data.player, right? So you see, you start having multiple version of the data that you have to keep track, and so that's why I do not like this idea. I do not like that idea. So I would much rather to doing it like this. But at the same time, if I have this player, I'm trying to think about using the same argument. If this is an instance, then I need to do a check to see if if it is an instant and if there is a to serializable method. If there is, I call it to serializable. If not, I just return it. Should I do it? Should I do it? Well, it's possible. Let me think about that idea a little bit. Very likely I'm going to do that. But then it requires, well, we'll see if Lua support that kind of reflection. I think it does because the object is, all of these are just tables, right? So say you can see here the load exploration is a function, right? And so I can easily say, oh, if there's a serializable, then call it. Yeah, I think that's probably I'm going to do. So, but in either way, I will do that in the next round, in the next video. All right, so that's it for this one, and hope you enjoy this. Hope you learn something from it, and we will see you in the next time. Bye bye.